Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to share 5 signs to know when it's time to quit your job. Stay tuned. Alright, you guys know that I did resign from my teaching position back on May 22nd. Yeah, May 22nd. I turned that bad boy resignation in, and it was the best decision I have made in years, literally. So I started thinking, sorry guys. I started thinking that maybe I could share my reasons why and what led up to it and all that good stuff in a positive way that might help encourage someone else who's trying to decide whether it's time to move on from the job they have or to really know if it's time even to consider changing careers. I didn't just change schools. I didn't just change classrooms. I completely have changed my careers. It is Tuesday afternoon, and I am sitting in my car filming a video for you guys because my house is kind of loud right now. I have teenage boys playing Xbox and a dog going crazy, and it's just chaotic. So this is a calm place to do a video. And you're wondering, well, if you quit your job, why aren't you working at your new one? It's just not time. See, I quit my job knowing that I would be off for a few weeks, which was fine because I needed to kind of regroup. I needed time to unwind, and I needed time in my home to do a few things. And I needed time to prepare. Like I said, I'm not just changing classrooms or schools. I completely have changed my career. And that means changing many things from wardrobe to how I spend my time and many other aspects, which will change over time. And I will share on this channel as I go through those changes. So here are my 5 tips, and I will quit rambling about things that do not matter to anyone else. My biggest one, when I knew that, oh gosh, I've got to do something different. And it's when you look forward to the weekend on Monday. Mondays, I love Mondays. I absolutely do. They're one of my favorite days in the week, and they have been for years. I love it. And I really love Mondays during the school year because it's like a brand new, fresh start for everybody. For work, for the kids at school, for new challenges, for learning new things. I love Mondays. However, for the last, with the exception of the last 2 weeks I've been off, for the last 4 months, Mondays have been one of the days I dreaded the most. I understood why people don't like Mondays. I understood why they didn't. And sorry, I'm gonna let a little air in because I did not bring my keys to roll down my window. And it's a little stifling. I did not understand why people didn't like Mondays. Why not? Monday's the greatest day of the week. Not necessarily. Not if you're in a place that you absolutely do not love showing up. I'm of the type of personality, I am not going to invest and spend a lot of time and energy in something I no longer love. I need to love what I do. And for about 11 of those 13 years I taught, I loved what I did. The last 2, it was beginning to be a struggle, and that struggle just built up, and I thought it was something wrong with me, when honestly it had nothing to do with me. Well, it did have something to do with me, but it was just time to move on. So if you're waking up on Monday and you're just ready for that next weekend, then perhaps it's time to change something that you're doing during the week. You might just change your daily routine. You might need to throw in something. You may need to do something different to make it where Mondays are tolerable for you. Maybe it's time for a complete change. My second sign was you spend more energy giving yourself a pep talk than you exert the whole entire day. If you're sitting in your car and you're trying to give yourself a pep talk and you are trying to encourage yourself to get up and get out there and do what you know to do, and you're spending more energy and time on that than you do exerting the rest of your day, it's time to make some changes. It's time to make some changes. There was times when I would drive up in my driveway, and I would drive up in my driveway and not want to get out of my car. I can honestly say, thankfully, that's not all the time. Thankfully, that's only happened once in my entire life. I've driven my driveway and not want to get out of my car. It's a sign that things need to change, whether it be you quitting your job or quitting something. The third sign, as you guys know, I have little notes here because I did kind of work it out. And I am going to go beyond these 5 signs and kind of tell you why I decided to quit. Because this is my channel and I can say what I want to say, right? And we all know that I'm not going to say something I shouldn't. The third sign is you wish you could be on a deserted island. There were many times this year I'd walk in the school and I wish I could just be by myself. The days that I did have my classroom to myself, or even just a sub to kind of fill in for the person that I worked with when she wasn't there, those were the very best days I had my entire year. And it was because I could do what I wanted to do. I didn't have to follow someone else's plan, which did not align with my vision and my work ethic and whatnot. If you're feeling like you'd rather be on a deserted island alone than being in the workplace that you're in, it's time for you to change. It's time for you to make a change. Number 4, you are bitter and irritable with your family. I don't know about you, but at work, if I am not happy, I bring it home. I bring it home. I try not to. I try to leave it at the door, but I am a fixer, and if there's a problem, I'm going to try to fix it. And it may take a lot of my energy, and again, if I spent more energy giving myself a pep talk to walk into a place I didn't even want to be in, and at the end of the day, I'm to have nothing left for my family, it's time for a change. It's time to make a big change. For me, if I'm not challenged and I'm not growing and I'm not learning and I'm not allowed to be myself 100%, I'm going to be irritable and bitter, resentful. And I took it out on my kids, took it out on my husband, took it out on the pets, you know. Didn't want to throw the ball one more time. Didn't want to play tug of war. Didn't want to scratch behind the kitty cat's ears. Didn't want to listen to one more girl drama story from school. And it's sad, very sad. There's a lot about the last 2 years that I'm very resentful for and bitter, not towards my family, but towards the work where I used to work, because it kind of stole that from my family. And the 5th one is you can list more negative attributes than positive. And this really goes with my mindset, because I am such a positive person. But if I can find more negative things about a workplace, a situation, maybe even the people I'm working with, then something needs to change. And that's exactly what happened. The moment I turned my resignation in, the moment, I was a little anxious because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. It was the last week of school. I knew I wouldn't be told, well, go ahead and go and don't come back. My husband encouraged me, don't go if you don't want to go. Forget it, you turn the resignation in. Make them suffer. Well, that's not me either. There was a couple days I would have rather just said, forget this, I'm done. I'm absolutely done. And I was done. That last day of school I was there, I could not. Once we got through play day and I'm stuck listening and watching and knowing, I was done. I was disgusted. Absolutely disgusted. So when I walked out, you guys in that video, in that last teaching video I had, I did have tears. I did feel bad for saying goodbye to one of my directors. Hurting her was what I feared the most, but I had her backing, and she knew it was time, and I knew it was time, and kind of had her blessing from the get-go. Once I told her the opportunity that was presented to me, she was excited for me, and I was excited for myself as well. I still am excited, and I'm a little anxious because, you know, it's another couple weeks before I get in there and get going, but I'm also very excited, and I can't wait. I will tell you the number one thing. If none of those struck a chord with you, the one thing that was a kicker for me is if you do not feel supported and you do not feel like someone has your back, it's time to go. It's time to go. You cannot work in a community of people and not feel like you have support and not feel like you have one person that has your back. I didn't have that, and I can honestly say it. I did not have it. Every single person in that place talked about me for one thing or another. I don't like gossip. I don't like people being ugly. I don't like people being just like junior high girls. And that's what the place had become gradually a lot over the last 2 years. And I've had enough. I had enough. You know, in the blog post I kind of shared, I will put a link down below. On Sunday, I shared about watching a video, and at first I used to have the mentality that I have outgrown the place that I worked, and it wasn't true. I have not outgrown it. The problem was I hit the top and I couldn't grow anymore. And when I can't grow and I need to grow, I feel like I'm suffocating, and I want more. I wanted more that could not be given to me, and I wanted more that couldn't be given to me. I wasn't supported, and nobody had my back. It's time to go. And that's why when I turned my resignation in, I truly felt like a ceiling had been lifted, like a whole new world had been opened, and I'm so excited to go discover it. I have more confidence right now than I've had in years. I have more respect for my husband than I've had probably in years. He says that I have been wanting to leave probably since we've lived in this house, and I think a part of me did at first. I thought I just wanted to stay home and write, but that's not it either. I love to write on the side. I'm not ready to do that full time. I'm really not. I am, however, ready for new challenges, and that's what I'm excited most about. And meeting new people. I'm such a people person that I couldn't be in a field where I couldn't be exposed to the public and speak to the public, and that I'm still going to get that chance, so that's nice. You guys are going to get a full video on when I start, and I think I'm going to probably do like a week in the life of, like I did for teaching, because I'm not finding it on YouTube. I'm wanting to watch those videos and just kind of scour and see how people are doing it, and I'm not finding what I'm wanting. I'm not finding what I'm looking for, so I'm going to try to provide that for somebody else, because I know there's other people out there wanting the same thing. I will get to celebrate and disclose all the details with you guys in a couple of weeks, and I cannot wait. So, I hope this video has helped somebody. If you are trying to decide whether it's time to quit your job, maybe this kind of clarified some things. If you think you're happy in your job but you're not quite sure, maybe this gave you things to work on and work towards not happening. You know, I spent several years changing my attitude about things and looking for the positive in things all the time. So I did all that I could do. And when you come to the point that you've done all that you can possibly do and things are still not where you want them, it's time to quit and time to change and time to move on. It's time to put your big girl panties on and go find what you're wanting in this life. It's not going to just drop in your pants, drop in your hands, drop in your heart. Of course, those things do happen. You'll eventually weed out and figure out what it is that you're wanting to do, and the right door of opportunity will open. You're going to know someone who's going to be able to fill in a gap and maybe kind of lead you to something new, something that you're looking for. It happens all the time. Alright guys, have a great Tuesday, and I will talk to you later. Hey guys, thanks for watching that video on 5 tips and 5 signs to know when it's time to quit your job. I kind of went in a long, detailed route, longer than what I imagined, but I hope again that this video has inspired you. You can check out other videos that I have shared along this topic. They're going to be on either this side or this side. No, I'm going to put them both over here. You'll see one and you'll see another. And then you're going to see my little face pop up right there. Go ahead and click on that so you can subscribe to the channel, because I have a couple more videos kind of on the topic of changing careers that might help along the way. And I'm always doing new things on the videos. And this channel is rapidly changing and growing. So don't forget to hit that subscribe if you're new. Thanks for stopping by today, and I hope you have a great day.